So, what are the next things we're going to be working on? Here we are. You can see as I touch it, it messes. So I think this thing actually is really nice. We've gone for a ride on this thing. So, what I think is letting this thing down is that rusty clay covered muffler. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is get this muffler off so we can blast away the clay and rust that's built up over the years, and then we can lay on a nice coat of paint.
Look at that on the first try.
Ooh. Hit the stand. Done. We're gonna move on to that light bar is driving me nuts. It's not level. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Okay. So, level. There you go. And as you can see, this thing is sitting level. But that bar needs a lot of adjustment. So we're gonna adjust that, but that's not the main thing we're gonna be working on. So there's actually a break right here. You can see as I touch it, that it messes with the actual light. So we're gonna open this up. Now that we've fixed the wiring and made sure that there's no more shorts, we can move on to fixing that weird eyebrow lean that the light bar has. I'm gonna start loosening the adjustment screws. This cockeyedness does not look good. Bro, that looks so much better. Oh, and while we're at it, I guess the person thought that putting in the steel plate was cooler, but I'm not feeling, as you can see there, I'm not feeling these ghetto switches, and neither is the owner. So I think this is gonna give a much nicer appeal, and green to match the green exterior. I do like the plate though. Basically hand tight. I actually do kind of like this, but we are going to improve on these dreadfully drilled holes, and I'm pretty sure this is aluminum. So this is magnetic. There you go. So it's aluminum. We're gonna blast or sand this, and then this is the panel we're going to reinstall it afterwards without the switches so that we can line this up, because we want this to look perfect, and then we're gonna use proper bolts, not self-tappers on this. the switches here with this matching black hardware. Once this thing is in, it's gonna look spectacular. Much better than those two random holes for the switches. Here's the panel. So we finished it in 2 coats, still being careful. Hopefully nobody ever has to stick their hands back here. So it's finished in 2 coats. We used black engine enamel, and that's going to install this panel right here. Now once this is in place, we're going to hook up power to the winch. So I'm actually looking at it right now. It's going to be the Sasquatch lights, the speaker, the rear fog light, power to the winch, and then that will still leave an additional accessory. It's also got 2 inbuilt USB ports. The side-by-side does currently have a 12-volt plug adapter, but this will give them right internally into the whole system, and it's also going to give him an instant volt read the moment he turns on the key. If you guys remember, these are the ridiculously long bolts that were in there before. We're going to replace them with fitting much shorter ones, and I'm going to use these rubber washers off of it just to protect the paint. We can load it through. We might need to take it out one more time, but at least we can enjoy what it'll look like once it's finished. The wiring. Now, I had already pulled out the giant bundle of wires, but I had no idea what was waiting for me under here. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to zoom in. Those orange things you see on the wiring, those are household wire nuts for household wiring. Yeah, that giant zip tie holding in what actually ended up being the auxiliary cables for the Bluetooth speaker, that was nothing. So now with that nut done, there was my failed attempt to try the back to the tent, back to the studio kind of thing. So here's what I can say. We have finished the side-by-side. That is out. Now we can move on to our new project car. that we just drove up here about a week and a half ago. I would have had a video out for you guys by now, but I'm finally over the cold that I got mysteriously, and you might still hear it in my voice. But anyways, before this turns into a super long Cuban goodbye, I'm gonna cut it here. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming future videos. And once again, for Crooked Mustache, I'm Alfred. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Dale.